In the past few years, mindfulness training in Europe and the United States has been quite popular. Recently, this practice is even being studied by the medical community. After undergoing mindfulness training for 8 weeks to treat anxiety, some people are finding relief. Medical researchers are even using MRIs to scan the brains of those undergoing this practice and are finding some very surprising results.
大概民国82年那时候遇到叛逆期，我就很暴走。我爸妈那时候已经完全拿我没有办法，我不知道我的生命来自这边到底是为了什么。
From 2013 onward, Zhang Pinghan began to undertake mindfulness training and relaxation therapy. After regular practice, his mood finally began to improve over the years.
正念减压是一种更
Mindfulness allows one to decompress and become more relaxed and better interact with others. One can also do some actions to help maintain this mood for a whole day.
Why does mindfulness and meditation training change our emotional state? Domestic researchers have begun to carry out this important study of the brain.
There are 3 main steps. The first 6 minutes, he'll try to be relaxing, and in the last 6 minutes, he also try to remain relaxed.
During the middle 20 minutes, the subject tries to pay attention to his breathing and keeping a mindful state.
会不会觉得声音很大声？好，那我们接下来有一个扫描是6分钟，请你闭着眼睛，保持清醒，不要睡着，可以吗？可以。那我们准备开始喽。
The leader of this research team is the former NTU president Li Siqian, who is now conducting a 5-year study of the effects of mind training on brain function and structure, psychological behavior. He is especially interested in emotional integration and stress regulation.
The front frontal lobe of the brain, located near the forehead, controls the brain's regulation of emotion through communication between the amygdala, hippocampus, or insula. Actually, compared to the brain's temporal lobe, the frontal lobe is more responsible for doing communication between different parts of the brain.
After our brain receives the message, the insula is responsible for sorting past experiences and the current state, and then sends information to the cingulate gyrus to adjust emotions, either making a positive or negative action. Finally, the instructions are given to the prefrontal lobe for implementation.
The distance of the different brain regions may be very far, as they must pass through the brain's white matter and nerve fiber bundle to communicate with each other. Passing through these nerve fiber bundles connects different brain areas for signal transmission.
In other words, if the overall emotional conditioning system is active or enhanced, there will be better ability to deal with pressure, anxiety, and other emotions. In the first study, a total of 15 people with an average age of about 44 years old subjects were given 8 weeks of mindfulness training with prior encounter of the concept. Researchers would conduct brain MRI scans at 3 different times, including 2 weeks before training, after the course, and 2 months after returning to normal life. The results were quite surprising.
The brain connections improved between the amygdala, the hippocampus, and insula. This became more integrated and complete with more connections, probably improving 4 to 6%.
According to this test, we can see that after the 8-week training course, their pressure and anxiety all reduced.
Researchers also confirmed that the brain saw improved flexibility, and even if the subject stopped the mindfulness training, after 2 months, the brain's ability to integrate and control emotions saw no significant decline. In the future, this means that this could be a more effective way to reduce stress and negative emotions, reducing both physical and mental harm.